I'm just going to continue right on with Dead of Winter, Battle of Stones River, Simulation Design Incorporated, the first edition of Dead of Winter, GBACW. So I'm looking at what I've done here. Obviously I did a brigade fire action on the Union side. It's done. I'm not exactly sure. Well, I don't know yet what done is. I say that because I only say that because I'm looking through the counter mix and they have these finished markers. So I don't know how you use them yet. For that matter, you have quite a lot of these Action 1 and Action 2 markers that I still haven't figured out when you use them, but I assume I'll run into that when I try to do something that requires one or both of those. So my thinking is, by the way, I'm going to play with this. There's something called length of turn. It says if you play the system before or after you get used to it, we suggest that you place a 1-minute time limit on choosing an action. This reduces play time and it produces marvelously dumb moves, blah 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 blah. But I think I'm going to do that with myself. I mean, within the confines of trying to learn the rules, I'm going to go ahead and try to make these decisions as quickly as possible. So I took a quick look at the Union position here. Basically there's a brigade here facing this direction because there is this is, I think, Johnson's, no, I'm sorry, this is Claiborne's Confederate division is right off the screen over here, so I'll leave this brigade facing that way. I have the one brigade facing this way. I've got the whole McCown's division, is that right? Yeah, I think it's McCown's division here, coming on the map this way, running right into the Union flank there. Yep. So looking at the situation, I'd like to shoot again, but I'm seeing. So I used a brigade fire action, a brigade fire coordinated action during the last player. What do you call it? Player segment. So right, so now I understand. Now I would choose another action and roll on the TCT, but I think I'd rather pass. So alright, Union side's passing, so I'm sorry, it's passing because the brigade fire coordinated action is not a repeat action. And so well, wherever they explain that, I don't think that I can choose that one consecutively. Yeah. Wherever that was, I don't remember where that was. So I want to start moving with the Confederates. So I think that the player segment switches to the Confederate side. So now it's the player with the initiative chooses an action. I mean, it makes sense to do a brigade movement. I'm going to do a brigade movement coordinated action with I'll advance Ector's division in the center, or brigade in the center here. Okay, so choose an action, roll in the turn continuation table. So that's a 2 dice roll. I know I'm going to be rolling 2 dice. I'll just roll first. All right, I get a slightly off average 9. Okay, 1 of 3 results will occur. Let me figure out what the result is first. It looks like brigade movement, brigade TCT modifiers, brigade commander's action rating. I think that applies. Ector has an action rating of 0. Okay, so I guess that's nothing. Loss of combat effectiveness, don't have that yet. Any one unit disordered, don't have that yet. And fatigue, don't have that yet. So I guess there are no modifiers to this, so it's 9. I look on the turn continuation table, and 8 to 12 result is Confederate. So I think that that's what that means. So turn continuation. After the initial player has used his bonus action, that was the Union brigade fire action. He may either pass, which is what I did, pass play to his opponent, or he may attempt a further action. To do the latter, so this is what we're doing, but it's the Confederate side. Announce the action, and then roll 2 dice and consult the turn continuation table. The TCT die roll may be adjusted by that action's modifiers. That's what I did. It's actually laid out very well, assuming that this is all correct. But you have a nice action table. On a brigade movement, it tells you what modifiers to apply. So, I don't know. It's still going smoothly right now. The TCT shows a dice range needed for an action to be undertaken by that player. The TCT die roll results are as follows. If the adjusted dice roll falls within his range, the player must undertake the action he has chosen. However, C4, 2, 4. Okay, yeah. There's a 5 consecutive action limit. That's not an issue. It has a nice little tracker on the side of the map. If the adjusted die roll falls within range of the opposing player, that player immediately undertakes any one action of his choosing without consulting TCT, after which it is now his player segment. Okay. Okay, and if the adjusted die roll is a 7, a random event may occur. Play remains with the rolling player unless the random event table specifically states it passes to his opponent. In either case, after the event, play reverts to the player's segment. Okay, if both players voluntarily consecutively pass, the action phase is finished. So, yeah, I think that's right. So they rolled within the 8 to 12 to get the action. So now, okay, so I do believe Ector will move now. The question is what kind of, I guess, reaction fire there is to movement. So let's do brigade movement. All units of an in-command brigade may move, including any superior commanders that are within their command range of the brigadier. So the brigadier Ector is right here, and he's got make sure I move the right. So he's got the 10th Texas Cavalry but dismounted, 14th Texas Cavalry but dismounted, 15th and 11th Texas Cavalry. Okay, so it's the 4 Texas Cavalry regiments, but all acting dismounted right now. They are dismounted. Okay, so I know I'm going to do movement. Again, the question is, what happens? Action may not be performed twice in a row in the same player segment by the same units, except as noted. 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. What is 4, 3, 4? 4, 3, 4 is certain actions listed above may not be performed twice in a row. Okay. Oh, there are exceptions. That's why that's why I'll be consulting this later if it applies. Okay, so again, return file. This would not. Okay, so if I move, let's just move the first unit. Do you move unit by unit or stack by stack? Movement allowance. So move next is one hit. All standard. Procedure: units move one at a time or in stacks, hex by hex in any direction. So let's start with the 10th Texas Cavalry. So if he goes, oh, where's the movement allowance? Is that on the? Where is the movement allowance? Is it on a table? Where's the movement allowance? Movement allowance. Huh. I might need to know that. I mean, you got the morale, you got the strength and the weapon type, and the unit type on the counter. Oh, it's on the movement table. Question is, where is the movement table? Where is the movement table? So we got formation, stacking, prohibitions table, density table. Where is? I remember seeing it.